I have only loved one man in my life, one of my own countrymen, who was destroyed by my own countrymen in 1944. When I came to Hugo as secretary, I was desolate and without hope. And when a little later he asked me to marry him, it seemed like a sudden miracle. Detective novels. Was Crime and Punishment a detective novel? I write about life. Life as it is, no sugar added. I'm ugly at heart. So what? We all are. That's what makes us more interesting than rocks. The French like me just the way I am. He said, there's no talking to you. So he didn't. He got himself a beer. He watched a bit of television. He read the paper and laughed at the sports news, and I just sat. And once he looked over at me and sort of snorted through his nose in disgust. "Aren't you going to bed?" he said. I said nothing. I just sat, burning. I'm a hooker, sort of, but I'm just too disorganized. If someone gives me a number where I can contact them, I write it on a napkin or a Kleenex, then I throw it out. Or I write it on the wall and forget to put the name next to it. And I can't set a price. I just can't decide what a good price is. I want something high enough to be classy, but not so high it's discouraging. You're 24 years old. You work at a roadhouse in the Coorong. You play netball on Tuesday nights and clean the bird shit from the headstones of the graves of your family on Sunday. You know that if you don't leave here soon, you will marry a farmer from Salt Creek. He will be a good man who works hard and likes a beer. He will love you, and you will make his life hell. It was Kwame who told me to use her because she got him off that stupid involuntary manslaughter thing. I mean, it wasn't his fault the other car was driving so slowly. So he's juggling calls to Karen's law firm and calls to Billy, who he's known ever since they both played for Tottenham. And I heard him say to Billy, "My Danny would never betray your Christelle," and that's that. Anyway, when I told Karen it wasn't me who leaked those stories to the Sun and that Christelle was a lying "see you next Tuesday," she just looked at me. The sermon was about sex. I didn't actually nod off, although I've heard it before. Marriage gives the okay to sex is the gist of it, but while it is far from being the be-all and end-all, you can say that again, sex is nevertheless the supreme joy of the married state and a symbol of the relationship between us and God. So, Geoffrey concludes, when we put our money in the plate, it is a symbol of everything in our lives we are offering to God, including our sex. I could only find 10p.